So Palak asked, put in a very beautiful comment that whenever we are doing any important project in our personal life or in our corporate life or as a student, one doubt comes, it's a self-doubt that am I good enough? So we responded that this is a very natural feeling, a very natural emotion, a very human emotion. As long as we are humans, we will have it. The reason is, as a soul, the soul is yearning for perfection. Soul doesn't want to make any mistake. That's the nature of the soul. So it is coming from within. Soul resides in our body. Soul is energy. Soul is God within us. And that's the reason, whatever, whoever, wherever, whether student, housewife, father, mother, sister, brother, corporate employee, leader, subordinate, whoever, whatever role you are in, whenever you don't give your best by your standard, and the outcome is not to therefore your expectation. Remember, there is always a cause and effect. Whatever we are doing in our life, the way you are managing your time today will decide what life will give back to you 2 years down the road. So don't forget this law of nature. Now, whenever the expectation, therefore, is having a gap with the actual outcome, and the outcome is lower than your expectation, you will feel terrible, you will feel sad. All those negative emotions which the soul doesn't like, which shatters your inner world, are going to happen. So, am I good enough? Is a very, very 100% people grab that emotion. And the way to handle it is that always give your best to your standard. और कभी आप और भी अच्छा करना चाहते हैं, कमी रह जाती है, forgive yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. Never be too harsh on yourself, but be demanding from yourself. When I say don't be too harsh, doesn't mean that I will sleep all the time, I'll drink all the time, I'll party all the time, and when the outcome is less than my expectation, I'll not be harsh. No. So the next thing is that we have to be honest. Honesty. I have been honest in my effort. Honest in my efforts. And then second is, I should be sincere in my efforts, because honesty without sincerity means nothing. And I'll tell you, I'll first explain what is the difference. So second is, be sincere in your efforts. Now, what is the difference between honesty and sincerity? Anyone? Any thoughts?
Honesty is basically saying the truth and never lying. Sincerity could be the will to stay sober, if I could say.
Well tried.
Difference between emotions and actions?
Manisha, you are near, very near. Now I tell you, आज when someone's watching over me, huh? When someone is watching over me and I say the truth and I do the job, जैसे you join the corporate world, आपको 9 बजे आना है और आप 9 बजे आते हो क्योंकि बॉस 8:45 आ जाता है और एक दिन बॉस छुट्टी ले लेता है, हाँ? और आपको मालूम है बॉस छुट्टी पे है, आज तो बॉस 8:45 होगा नहीं, और आपके दिल में एक इच्छा आती है कि आज मैं भी देर से जाती हूँ, तो आप 9:30 बजे जाते। अब बॉस आपको फोन करता है 10 बजे, तो आप कितने बजे आए? बॉस, आई वॉज ऑन टाइम। राइट? Now I'll tell you, this happens all the time. Actually, as children, we all have grown up seeing our parents lie to their bosses. आज क्रिकेट मैच है तो पापा घर पे हैं और ऑफिस में फोन कर दिया कि I have a stomach upset. So when the child is small, he watches the actions of all the parents. Child will never do what he's told. He will always do what he sees. That's आपकी लाइफ में भी जो भी कई चीजें जो कि we may be struggling with are because product of upbringing. कोई भी हैबिट जो ऐसी हमारे रास्ते में आती है परफॉर्मेंस के या प्रोग्रेस के, जो भी हमारी हैबिट है, उसको तोड़ना इसलिए मुश्किल होता है कि हम यही देखते हुए बड़े हुए हैं। हमारे आसपास लोग इतने एफर्टलेसली झूठ बोलते थे, या फिर हमारी अपब्रिंगिंग में ऐसा डर बिठा दिया गया कि हम डर के मारे झूठ बोलते थे और वो एक आदत बन गई, तो वो ऑनेस्टी में काम में आती है, आड़े आती है। बट ऑनेस्टी इज व्हेन यू आर टेलिंग द ट्रुथ, sincerity is when nobody is watching, only God is watching, but you are still doing what is right. That is sincerity. When someone is watching, you are doing what you are expected to do, you are being honest. But when no one's watching you, only that divine is watching you. And remember one thing, we have that awareness always. When we want to create a robust inner world, which is going to power your engine enormously, I'm promising you that. Always live with that feeling that whatever I am doing is someone up there watching me, evaluating me, waiting to reward me, or hold back that reward. That awareness you always live with. Please, sincerity will come. Now I'm answering the question, am I good enough? So the first step is be honest and sincere. Second step, do your best in the circumstances. And if the circumstances, despite your best efforts, have prevented you to give only 98% and not 100%. आपने बहुत तैयारी करी एग्जाम के लिए, परसों एग्जाम है, आज तुम्हारे को टेम्परेचर हो गया 102, सो एक इफेक्ट आ गया, परफॉर्मेंस में आएगा। तो 98% ही दे पाए, 100% नहीं दे पाए। Yeah, any other circumstances get created, they do get created. Suddenly someone falls ill and you have to take her or her to hospital. तो आपका टाइम निकल जाता है. तो 100% की जगह 98% दे पाए. नाउ तुम्हारे में ये फीलिंग आई कि मैं थोड़ा कम दे पाए, then don't be harsh on yourself, because accept that as also a divine design. You are being tested by the divine. Okay, मैंने तुम्हारे को एक impediment दिया, let me see how you perform. That's a challenge. Accept it wholeheartedly without bitterness. मेरे ही साथ क्यों हुआ? No, let that bitterness not seep in. The reason is whenever bitterness seeps in, it shatters our inner world, right? The technology is to protect your inner world. Don't let any of the negative emotions of the outer world come into the inner world. So when we are honest, when we are sincere, when we accept that we have done our best in the circumstances, after that, next step, surrender. 100% surrender. Make divine your partner in day-to-day life. And I can tell you, you will have an internal engine which will be that of a rocket. You will reach the stars, because you will have built such a robust inner world in which your soul will be happy. And a happy soul creates success by creating a mind that is a hugely powerful engine that drives your life, right? And when you do that, you will be able to live comfortably with this feeling, am I good enough? The answer is never. You are never good enough. You will never be good enough. Accept that answer. Why? Because perfection is a journey. It is not a destination. First, accept that fact. Today, what you did, be happy with that result by accepting that result. But continue with your journey of improvement. Falak, will this help you now in dealing with this?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Next. Who was next? See, Falak brought one point to the class, and I am 100% sure. Did it help everyone?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I want all of you to bring up the points what come in our way. When Falak brought this point, it's not her point. I said, I also feel that. एक चीज मैं आपको बताऊं, so don't hesitate. Whatever you are going to put in, I can tell you, I also feel that at my age. So don't have a stigma attached to it. That's being human. Huh? That's being human. The more you bring in your feelings to the class, the better we will be able to handle them, and the more powerful you will become to build your robust inner world, which is what I want. Because after the campus, I want that corporates, whichever corporates you join or the families you join, they immediately recognize the difference you are making by bringing your personality and energies to the workplace. And this is all about human engineering. Yeah, we are engineering you to be very powerful human beings, huh? Inside. Okay. Nishigandha, just mute yourself. Okay, let's see anyone else. What Parishweta, what are the day-to-day things you do that really make you feel good? Do you find yourself doing them as often as you'd like to? So, Parishweta, this is a question you are giving to me. That's okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
can answer that. I can answer that. Very beautiful question. Because we were talking about time management, isn't it, Parishweta?
Yeah, sir.
Yes. So, very beautiful question and thought you have brought to the class. Congratulations. Yes. Every day, I keep some time for my hobby. Every day, without fail, whether it is 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 2 hours. And I have a list of hobbies. You want to know them? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First, take a look at where I am staying. Okay. You see the river behind?
Yes, sir.
This is the place I always wanted to create for myself. It's pretty much like my ashram. And I have rules here. No negative emotions here. No fights here. No anger here. Nobody is allowed to, express in a negative way. People living with me, including my servants. I have dogs, 3 of them. I do gardening. I take nature walks in the jungle. And this has happened actually after my mother passed away. And I was grieving very badly. And of course, my mother, last 5 years, she passed away in November last year. And 5 years before that, she was in very painful state. And I saw her pain, suffering. And any of you who have seen someone in the family suffer, you can maybe relate to my feeling. And it really, the biggest of challenges come in your way. And then Corona happened. And my house got converted into a ICU for almost 1.5 years. And I was seeking help from the divine at all times because doctors were not willing to come, etc., etc. So after that kind of phase, and I always had this place I built for my mother, this whole place, which is about 1 acre plot, 1.5, which is wheelchair friendly. I made it for her. As I told you, I was born into a very ordinary middle class family, and I wanted to give my mother the best. So I gave her the best. Whatever that she ever dreamt of, I tried and give her. Because that's another technology I'll give you. Have a very service attitude towards your parents, both mother and father. You know why? Because your relationship with your mother, it is again a spiritual principle. Your quality of relationship with your mother will decide the quality of your relationships in your life in general. What is the nature's law? Water flows, right? We have rivers, they go into the sea, and then the summer happens, and the sea water again becomes moisture, becomes clouds. Then the rain comes, then the water goes back in the river, or it goes on the mountains, becomes snow, and mountains get snow, then it gets melted, then it again comes into the river, river goes into the sea. So you see, the nature's rule is what? Circulation. Love also has to circulate. And it all starts. We are born in a family. Mother gives us birth. Mother gives us life. Father gives us life. Now, these two people in our lives are the most important people for creating abundance in our lives. So you have to have a service attitude, because giving life to you is the biggest gift you have received as a soul, because you've gotten a chance to have a human experience and evolve your soul during your birth and death 2 dates. It wouldn't have been possible without your parents. So the best quality of relationship, whatever it means for you and me, with your mother is going to create abundance in your life in relationships. Relationships means what? Love, care, affection, right? Wherever you go, you will get that. If your relationship with the mother is good. And that with the father will create material abundance. ये गुरु मंत्र दे रहा हूं मैं आपको, इसके लिए माँ बाप, भगवान के बाद माँ बाप. Now, I tell you, it is her blessings that I have this place, and it is her blessing that I am enjoying this place. I grow my own vegetables. I'm living with nature, living with animals who love me. We go for walk in the jungle with them. मेरा सुबह का रोज का टाइम 1-1.5 घंटा I spend in the jungles. I go do yoga in the jungle. I do breathing exercises in the jungle. Now that is a routine that I have created. Why? Because physically health अगर अच्छी है, only then this body will house a beautiful mind. Another Guru mantra. So do take out time for creating a robust hobby, a robust body. Most of us ill-treat this house of the soul. We ill-treat it by poor time management, by not getting enough sleep. How do you build this robust body? You feed good nutrition, you feed good thoughts, you read good things, you visualize, you see good things. You don't see violence. Why? Will come in my presentation today. Remember we talked about subconscious mind? Anything negative that you are watching, anything negative that you are watching, your subconscious mind is like a sponge. It doesn't have power to reject that negative. So कोई भी तुमको आके बोलता है ना, हे तू तो ये नहीं कर पाएगा, right? Your subconscious mind absorbs it. It comes in your way. That's why they say, no, when the child is growing, never feed him with negative thoughts. Even if he's not able to achieve something, never tell him that. Because whatever negative you say to the child, it's programming his subconscious mind. And when we grow up, there are people who will do that. That is why there is a role of affirmations in our life. How do you negate them? Is through positive affirmations which you do to yourself. And they go like this: I am happy, I am powerful, I am healthy. And you repeat that. And don't repeat that in your this. There's a way to do it. And that is to go at alpha level. I will practice that with you. These are some exercises. And they come from Silva method. This is the mind technology. कोई पढ़ाता नहीं है. मैं आपको कह रहा था, अमिताभ बच्चन, when he was going through the worst in his career, he had lost all the money. And this is unconfirmed story, which was told to me by somebody from film industry and someone who also practices Silva method. Silva method is a mind engineering method in which we empower the subconscious mind. I'll give you that technology also in these lectures. What happens is when you're going through different phases in life and you think that you are on the crossroad, मैं ये करूं या वो करूं, सबके साथ होता है. How to get the right answer is by through building your subconscious mind on a regular basis. हम क्या कहते हैं? Intuition, sixth sense बोलते हैं उसको, है ना? Intuition. All of you have heard this word?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
और ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो आपने देखे होंगे जो भी उनको इंट्यूशन वो सच निकलती है. वो कहते हैं इसके हाथ में तो जादू है, मिट्टी को हाथ लगाता है सोना बन जाता है. There is such business people. You are guided by intuition, and that intuition happens when you have done something consciously to create that powerful subconscious mind. So what Parishweta is asking is a very important question. Why I do all this? I spend time. दिन में आधा घंटा तो मिट्टी के साथ खेलता हूं मैं, राइट? आप आधा घंटा नहीं खेल सकोगे, 5 मिनट खेल लो. अगर पॉसिबिलिटी है घर में प्लांट लगाओ. See that you are interacting with all forms of life. I have dogs. These are all souls. Anything that has life has a soul. Anything that has a life. Now, when you are interacting with these different energies, right, it has an impact on you. I told you, this place, whoever comes, in fact, a lot of my students come here. Startups का मैं coaching, mentoring यहीं करता हूँ. They come here, spend a weekend with me. पूरा business plan बना के लेके जाते हैं. और at least 3 of them, they have raised millions of dollars in funding, not from India, from USA. Right? But all this I do to create my robust inner world, robust soul, robust mind. If I told you that there have been phases in my life that I have not slept for 3 days, 3 nights continuously, I have not slept, and was operating at peak energy. So, you've seen Prime Minister Modi? Have you read about it?
Yes,
Biggest
sir.
leaders you see. Mahatma Gandhi. What does Mr. Modi do? Have you read that? Anyone has read that? He sleeps only 4 hours and he's fresh. What if I gave you technology of that? You want it? We all love sleeping. But what if you felt much better with a 4 hours sleep than a 12-hour sleep? You want it?
Yes, sir.
Because if you're talking about time management, then that's how you create time, na? You want to enjoy your sleep, na? Enjoy. 4 घंटे नहीं, आपके एज में आपका जितना स्ट्रेस वगैरह देख के 6 to 7 hours you'll feel fresh, absolutely fresh. And yoga, get back to yoga. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं तो थोड़ा बहुत stretching करो, थोड़ा बहुत breathing exercises करो. And then in Silva method, there is a technology in which you can rejuvenate your body. In less than 60 seconds, which also I can teach you. When you are tired, when you are low on energy, just one exercise and you will rejuvenate your body and you'll get back your mental framework as best. But these exercises you will have to practice. Time permitting, we'll do these exercises. But coming back to intuition, intuition develops because of a subconscious mind which is powerful. And there are technologies and there are lots of videos on YouTube, क्योंकि आजकल तो लर्निंग का एक माध्यम इतना पावरफुल हो चुका है. If you go to these any videos you listen to how to empower your subconscious mind, you will see a lot of video content. Go learn it yourself. क्योंकि जो सीक्रेट मैंने आपको बोला ना, 80% of the stuff which is going to create abundance in your life of money and relationships and health is not taught in any MBA school. You will have to learn by yourself. अब क्या पढ़ना है वो मैं तुमको बता रहा हूँ. Start empowering yourself because that is going to decide your future success. So intuition, coming back to Mr. Bachchan's story, everyone guided him. अरे आप तो सर फिल्म की इतने बड़ी हस्ती हो, टीवी में मत जाना. You will be committing one more grave blunder. But he had intuition. After losing everything, he had intuition. He decided against all guidance. Why? Because he had a very powerful intuition. And then came Kaun Banega Karodpati. And the rest is history. So, Parishweta, what things I do? I do gardening. I do yoga, yoga and nature. I do nature walks. और ऐसा नहीं है कि रोज ही होता है, रोज नहीं होता है, नहीं कर सकता हूँ. And I have accepted that. I'm not being harsh on myself, but I take every day as it comes. I balance it out. जिस दिन वॉक नहीं हुआ उस दिन थोड़ा गार्डनिंग कर लिया. कुछ और हो गया तो मेरा खुद का ही जो है इतना बड़ा प्लॉट है कि I can walk around. There's another plot which I am now developing for my students where we can do some activities and because this is the area of my passion, human engineering, mind engineering for success. What we are discussing, spirituality and corporate management, very close to my heart. I have practiced this. Intuition मेरी लाइफ में अगर मैं तुम्हारे को स्टोरीज बताऊं. अच्छा और क्या करता हूं? I was telling you about my mother and I was grieving. How many of you want to know how to handle this emotion called grief? It comes in our way.
Sir, can I?
Yes, please.
सर मुझे लगता है कि सपोज कुछ इमोशन हमारे अपोजिट हो, हमें नहीं चाहिए थी वो, लेकिन उस सिचुएशन में वो हो गई. बट हम ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं वो इमोशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए कि हमारी जो फेवरेट थिंग है वो करें, कि हमारा जो मन है ना वो डाइवर्ट हो उस चीज के लिए. क्या ऐसा मुझे लगता है सर?
बिल्कुल ठीक लगता है, बिल्कुल ठीक लगता है. और ये जो चीज है इसको प्रैक्टिस से परफेक्शन की तरफ जाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि दिमाग बार बार उसी जगह पे लेके जाएगा आपको. और वो इमोशन जो भी कारण क्रिएट हो रहा है, ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल my mother passed away. I was very close to her and the way she was struggling, मेरे को आज भी वो याद आता है, तो I grieve. बुरा लगता है. I become sad. To the point, at one time, I was depressed. But this is how you deal with it. Do what you like to do. Today, she is not there. I don't remember. Your mind has different rooms. Consider your mind as a house with maybe 100 rooms. And whatever is the cause of that negative emotion, in my case, it was grief. And grief because of the suffering I saw. And of course, grief because of the loss. अब loss का emotion overcome karna is by getting back to your hobbies. Like Parishvita said, get back to what you love doing. So give your mind a job to do. And mind wants a job. If you don't give it a job, it will keep thinking of that. It will go visit that room and it will take out those files that are going on creating those negative emotions. So what you have to do is you have to prevent mind from visiting that room in your mind, which is the cause of those negative emotions. In fact, that all your such episodes that create negative emotions ना, उसको अपने दिमाग के एक रूम में सबको डाल के ताला लगा के चाबी फेंक दो. माइंड फिर भी जाएगा वहां. जब माइंड वहां जाता है, रिमेंबर, अरे मैं गलत रूम में आ गया, कम आउट, फोकस ऑन समथिंग एल्स. मेरे केस में मैंने क्या किया? आई लव म्यूजिक. आई यूज्ड टू सिंग. आई हैव गॉटन बैक टू सिंगिंग. दिमाग जब भी वहां जाता है, कुछ भी होता है, ऐसा लगता है, I get back to my singing. And how do I remember my mother? I've made a collection of all the happy memories with her in the form of pictures with my children when they were small, etc., when we were going out, etc. जो भी happy memories. And whenever I miss her, I go visit that. And I remember and I bless her soul wherever she is. Get back to my singing. I take out time for my singing. I'm learning again. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes 3 hours. Depends on my mood. And in where my farmhouse is, दूर दूर तक कोई है ही नहीं. So I go to terrace. And there are so many apps now. I've downloaded those apps. There is karaoke. You practice with the original song. Then you practice with karaoke. And then you record your music. So Parishvita, I hope I have answered your question. I do all this. I read good books. I listen to good videos.
Yes, sir.
I don't touch my mobile for the first 1 hour in the morning. Because this is a big distractor and this is a big problem humanity has. If we don't know how to use it, if you know how to use it, you will empower yourself. But what is happening is, it is taking a toll on our lives. I don't go on Facebook at all. LinkedIn की भी मेरे को जरूरत नहीं है. हाँ, आप लोग को जरूरत है तो LinkedIn यूज करो. Facebook is one hell of a fake world, यार. People are just trying to show what they are not. And what you do, it's a kind of competition, who's trying to project a better life. Your real friends are those friends, remember, who you call at the time of need and they will show up. They are not friends on Facebook. So please, time management की बात कर रहा हूं मैं. आपका 1 सेकंड भी आपने किसी भी एक्टिविटी में डाला है तो उसका रिटर्न क्या है? जैसे रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है वैसे रिटर्न ऑन टाइम होता है। इसलिए मैं जो बताया ना परिश्वेता, जो जो काम मैं करता हूँ दिन में 1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा मैंने निकाल के रखा है। कभी कभी आधा घंटा ही हो पाता है, किसी दिन नहीं भी हो पाता है, पर मैं अपने आप को पनिश करने नहीं बैठ जाता हूँ। I try to then do something which I like. Cooking. I love to cook. And I can cook a lot of foods. So these things which you love doing, they don't cost a lot of money, but must take out time for first thing, your physical health, because body is the house of your mind. So make sure that you are treating your body well, and body wants little exercise, wants nutrition, not just food. तो सुबह 10 मिनट्स मेडिटेशन करो। कभी कभी मेरी आधा घंटा हो जाती है, कभी कभी मैं करके सो भी जाता हूँ। बट व्हेन यू मेडिटेट, यू नो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग। मैंने आपको बोला, सब लोग मेरे को बोलते थे यार फोकस करना है। मैं आपके उम्र में था ना, फोकस 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 ऑन व्हाट यू आर डूइंग। अरे यार मेरे को मालूम है फोकस, आई शुड फोकस, पर करूं कैसे? किसी ने नहीं बताया, किसी ने नहीं बताया। सेल्फ डिस्कवरी and focus became better when I started meditating. What do you do? I just started concentrating on my breath. If I told you, most of you or most of us don't know how to even breathe. We don't know how to breathe properly. वो एप्पल वॉच या दूसरी वॉच आ गई है, उसको हाथ में पहनते हैं, वो तुम्हारे को वाइब्रेट करके बताती है यू नॉट हैड अ डीप ब्रेथ। बट यू स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस सिंपल एक्सरसाइज कि हर 20 मिनट में 25 मिनट में जब भी तुम्हारी कॉन्शियसनेस, जब भी तुम कुछ भी काम से ब्रेक लेते हो, सबसे पहले डीप ब्रीथिंग कर लो 3 बार, 3 बार, ज्यादा नहीं। The energy levels that you will experience the whole day will be very different. ये आज से करना शुरू करो। डीप ब्रीदिंग किया कि नहीं? उठने से पहले माइंड को प्रोग्राम करो। अभी मैं बैठा हूं ना, मैं उठूंगा, अभी क्लास खत्म होगी, उठने से पहले आई विल टेक 10 डीप ब्रीदिंग, उसके बाद उठूंगा। फिर बैठने के बाद जब भी जहां पे भी जाके बैठूंगा तो सही, whenever I get up or sit down, I program my mind minimum 3 deep breaths and upper part of the lung which we don't use. ये करना शुरू करो आज से। सिर्फ प्रोग्राम करो, उठते बैठते पहले। एंड ये जो वी आर ऑल कंडक्टिंग आवर लाइफ इन अ हरी, when you start doing with less sleep, time gets created, and after that first use it for your physical health, then use it for your mental health, get into some spiritual practices. Not 10 मिनट भी आपने किया ना, बहुत है। मैं कहता हूं 5 मिनट मेडिटेशन आपने सोने से पहले किया और 5 मिनट उठने के बाद किया। तो मेडिटेशन करने के बाद सुबह व्हाट आर द इम्पोर्टेंट टास्क यू हैव टू डू, एक मेंटल वो बना लो, पेपर पेन पास में रख लो, प्रायोरिटाइज कर लो, तो फिर उस पेपर के हिसाब से चलो। टाइम मैनेजमेंट अपने आप आना शुरू हो जाएगा। और इसमें हेल्थ के लिए टाइम निकालो, बोथ फिजिकल हेल्थ एंड मेंटल हेल्थ। मेंटल हेल्थ कैसे बनाना है? थ्रू मेडिटेशन, थ्रू योगा, by watching some good videos, थोड़ा affirmations, program your subconscious mind. Whatever be your problem, convert that into a positive affirmation. For example, you feel I am not healthy, कभी जुकाम हो जाता है, कभी लेथार्जी रहती है, कभी एनर्जी कम लगती है. First do meditation, 3 minutes, 5 minutes meditation. Just concentrate on your breath. Start with deep breathing. Concentrate on your breath. You will get into an alpha level of mind. You know, your mind, I told you your mind has, let me share that picture with you. You remember this picture? Can you see my
Yes,
screen?
sir. Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, now this is the technology. When you meditate, when you deep breathing, you know, this is your, you can see my mouse, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
This is your logical mind. This is your conscious mind. This is your uh, reasoning mind. This is how right now when I am delivering the lecture, you are in this level, the conscious level. तो मैं कुछ कह रहा हूँ, आप उसको समझ रहे हैं, उसको आप एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, उसको आप रिजेक्ट कर रहे हैं, आपको जो है अलग अलग इमोशंस आ रहे हैं. सो यू आर इन दिस लेवल. द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट डीप ब्रीदिंग, 10 डीप ब्रीदिंग करो, उसके बाद डू रिवर्स काउंटिंग. आंख बंद करके, आंख को पहले खोल के रखो, आई फटीग पैदा करो. व्हेन यू फील लाइक क्लोजिंग योर आईज, then close the eyes and then do reverse counting. Think like you are in a lift and you are starting from 20th floor. Do reverse counting. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. And imagine the lift is going down and you are sitting in that lift slowly. You know what will happen by the time you come to zero? You would be in this state. You would have entered your subconscious mind. आज ये करना लेक्चर के बाद या सोने से पहले. Deep breathing 10 times, reverse counting from 20.
yes, sir.
After setting in eye fatigue, you will be in your subconscious mind. अब इस सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में जब आप पहुंच जाओगे, दैट इज कॉल्ड अल्फा लेवल. यू नो द वे वी हैव हार्ट ECG which records the heartbeats, same way you have for mind. It also records your mind frequencies. So when you are in your conscious level right now, your frequencies are higher, about 13 to 16 cycles per minute or second. When you come down here, those cycles drop to 6 to 8. And at this level, if you program your mind with positive affirmations, your body starts following those affirmations. That is the technology. That is Silva method. And that creates a powerful mind. कुछ भी तुम्हारे को नीचे झुका नहीं पाएगा आसानी से, क्योंकि ये जो माइंड है, आपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड, इसको प्रोग्राम करना शुरू कर दिया ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. Whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you want to possess, go to the alpha level and visualize. एक बुक आई थी सीक्रेट करके, वेरी पॉपुलर, बिकेम बेस्ट सेलर. टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत पुरानी है हमारे इंडिया में. इफ यू रीड औरबिंदो, if you read Autobiography of a Yogi, is a beautiful book. Americans studied this yogi and they were amazed at his powers. He could be present in more than 2 to 3 places at the same time. USA mein, he was holding meetings at the same time in 3 different cities. In this I'm talking about the early 1900s. Americans did research and is there. documented in this book. Read that book, Autobiography of a Yogi. So this mind technology has always been there. Dr. Silva, he was, of course, he has a university now. Medical technology now they are deriving out of empowering. They're trying to find out cancer cure to power of subconscious mind, and it is working. So I'm taking you into after doing my engineering, MBA, all logical mind. हम लोग पूरा जिंदगी logical mind के साथ ही जीते हैं. But we don't realize the power of the subconscious mind. That's when you read books which are not in your syllabus. That's when you listen to those kind of things, you start working towards empowering your subconscious mind. And when you have a very powerful subconscious mind, your intuition develops. Right? Why is it that only few people like Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has created thousands and thousands of crores of wealth on stock exchange? Why is it that Amitabh Bachchan, against advice from everyone, picked up TV as a major deviation to his career plan and succeeded big time? The answer is in your subconscious mind. There are many people who dream and many people who work hard, but only few prayers are answered. If you ask these questions, the answer lies in the power of subconscious. The answer lies in building a robust inner world, because that's where your soul resides, and 90% of the powers that you as a human being want to have are already here. All you have to do is harness those powers now. हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स में क्या कहते हैं? हमारे अंदर भगवान है, कहते हैं ना. Every religion talks of this. Soham, I am God. God is within me. But there is also ego which resides inside me. And that comes in the way. And our education has created our logical mind so powerful, which is based on science. All the time we are looking for logic. And we are denying the fact that there is another world which does not have logic. I met my wife in college. First, look at her. A flash picture came through my mind. I saw a rounded. Now I'm going to give you some stories of my life. रोंगटे खड़े करने वाली stories जो हैं, because of this practice of subconscious mind. I saw her and me sitting around a round table, and this was in the year 1981, and eating our food with few more people sitting around. First picture that तो बिजली चमकी जैसे अपने दिमाग में एकदम से ऐसा है. And I had seen her first time. And then I think for 3 months we didn't even talk. And on 26th of October 1981, we decided to become very good friends. Not marriage. 3 years later, we got married. 14 years later, I bought a house. My dream house. उसकी भी कहानी है. रोंगटे खड़ी करने वाली. अगले लेक्चर में सुनाऊंगा. क्योंकि मेरी लाइफ के जो ये एपिसोड्स हैं, जिनके कारण मेरे को इन चीजों में विश्वास पैदा हुआ और जो मेरी पीछे सक्सेस का कारण बने, वो मैं आप लोगों के साथ इसलिए शेयर करना चाहता हूँ, so that you start practicing things that most people don't know about. Most people will not talk about. I told you about Hrithik Roshan also. Terrible stammering problem. Affirmations, power of subconscious, getting into alpha state, programming. Whatever you want to accomplish, go to your subconscious mind, give it the right affirmations at alpha level, and you will surprise yourself. So I'm not talking about just theory. Whatever I'm going to share with you is something I have practiced and I still practice. But for that, you need to have a right time allocation with the right priority. My first priority in the morning is to create inner world. I spend half an hour to 1 hour for that. And then is for my physical world, for which I include walk, etc. And after that, let any bloody bouncer come, no problem. The worst of bouncers come in the day, no problem. If you ask my other board members and the directors, they say, sir, how you keep your so much cool? It amazes us. Touch wood. Every year I have to do my physical test, etc. because life insurance policies, because key man and this and that, because so many people are dependent on me. My doctor, he says, sir, आपका जो ये बिजनेसमैन वाला ECG नहीं है, आपका ये बिजनेसमैन वाला जो है वो हाइपरटेंशन वगैरह तो है ही नहीं, डायबिटीज वगैरह कहीं छू नहीं गया. Now, what is responsible for this is the way I have created my inner world, and not that bouncers have not come in my life, they keep coming. They keep coming. That's what life is all about. They say, if life throws lemons at you, you make lemonade. If someone's throwing stones at you, make a house out of it. How you react, are you reacting or responding, is decided by how your inner world is. Okay? And life has been a journey for me. I was never like this. But I wish I had become like this much earlier at your age, and I had the opportunity to learn these techniques and learn this art. This is an art at your age. I really feel terrible because I did not have this art and science at that age. Whatever I did was my own learning, and maybe I was blessed to do that because that was the design of the divine. But you are now today blessed. Learn all those concepts which your college is teaching you, the basic concepts about being good on job. But I want to tell you, what you are learning in this course is going to make you millionaires, billionaires, happy souls, people who will make a difference on this planet. So make good use of this course. Practice, think, reflect, bring your experiences to the class just the way. And I want to thank everyone. I'll stop screen sharing now. And I want to thank Parishweta. I want to thank Falak. Your contribution today made the class so very wonderful as per my standards.
Thank you, sir.
So, Isha, you said, how well are we prepared to carry out our day-to-day chores? Dedication towards the job. Yeah. So, preparedness is a continuous effort, right? And life is like a good match. And our preparedness will continue on a daily basis. Make sure that you are just 1% better than yesterday in whatever you are doing. Okay? You will be preparing yourself better and better and better. Will you ever be fully prepared? Answer is no. So don't worry about being fully prepared as long as you are aware, you are conscious, you are mindful about becoming 1% better in the areas in which you want to become better. And in areas you are already better, you want to improve further. That's where human beings are the only souls blessed with this power by the Almighty to become better and better and better. You have the power, provided you have the consciousness and mindfulness of harnessing that power and to become those amazing human beings who will become angels for this world, who help people, grow, and you'll be one of them. God bless. Okay. So thank you, everyone. A couple of things that we have decided with Vaishali ma'am, and that is you all have to now prepare an assignment on your reflections on whatever we have learned over the last 7-8 lectures and how you think you will utilize it in your life. And you will be evaluated by me. It will be an internal evaluation. I want you to write a one pager, not long, but it should be your reflections. Is it okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Hope you enjoyed.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
So
sir.
we will
Thank you,
meet,
sir.
we will meet tomorrow. Let me know if we can start at 9:30. Tell Vaishali ma'am to tell me tomorrow.
Okay, sir. I'll
Okay.
ask her to.
9:30 to 10:30. Not a must, but if we can, it'll be great.
Yes, sir. Okay, sure. I'll talk to
Thank
her
you.
about it.
Thank you. God bless. Have a wonderful day.
So